Hello and welcome all. Welcome to the aftermarket analysis station. As always, this is the aftermarket analysis station where we look at the Indian markets Nifty and Bank Nifty after they close to see how things went. Today we will try to understand what happened in Nifty and Bank Nifty, where the buyers were interested, where the sellers were interested, and how to read the footprint effectively. If you are new, want to learn order flow, or want to learn how to use GoCharting effectively, you can join this live session every day at 5:45 p.m. The link for this live session is uploaded on the GoCharting Discord and Telegram community before 5 p.m. And if you use GoCharting, as soon as you go to the notifications here, you will click on it. The link is updated here every day as well to Ajay. Secondly, in any case, if you are unable to join this live session, the recording of this live session is uploaded on GoCharting's Hindi channel, Arabic channel, Spanish channel, and also on the oldest official GoCharting channel. You can go there and watch it as well. The links to all those channels are provided in the description. GoCharting currently has an NV offer running where we are offering 30% off on all annual subscriptions. If you have a plan to switch annually, this sale is for you. Okay. So now about the volume profile. Let's look at Nifty. First of all, what was happening in Nifty? It was quite simple. Okay. There were notes of two volume profiles from yesterday's Nifty. First is, second that would see, okay, where the closing was given, which the opening happened there. The volume profile's VPOC zone value area high held well, and an upside movement was observed. The rest was the same as yesterday's VPOC zone, volume note, then the one below it, then the one behind it, same. That's how the trades were made, simply following the previous VPOC notes. Okay. So now let's see where and how we got some confirmation. This is within today's Nifty. This is about Nifty. The tick size is 180. Here they, okay. Before reading the footprint properly, we should know what delta is. Now, what is delta, Karmika? Delta is about buyers and sellers, the difference between plus buyers and minus sellers. Like when we take the first candle of today. Okay, what is today? It's data. The topmost value is minus 8,000, minus 1,000, meaning there is a negative sign in front of it and in the red box. So it means this is negative delta, and negative delta always denotes any negative delta value will belong to the sellers. It means there were 8,000 more sellers within this candle. As compared to buyers, like there will be sellers, within this candle, let's take any approximate value of minus 18,000 and buyers will be only 10,000. So what value comes out here? 8,000. This delta has told us. Now, let's look at this candle. See, okay, what is the delta of this candle? 1. In the green box, there is no negative sign from above. So 10 means the delta of this candle is 23,000, and that too on the positive side. So let's mean positive delta always denotes buyers, he say. Like the positive delta of this candle is 23,000. So within this candle, there are more buyers, 23,000, as compared to sellers. Take any value, sellers will be around 100,000, whereas here, buyers will be 123,000. So what is its delta? 23,000. Simple, delta of every candle gives us below who is more powerful within that candle, buyer or seller. So now you might be seeing two types of deltas. Kirkam, how are there two types? This is delta, its value is 8,000. Now let's talk about both negative and positive, and then this 1,000, 4,000, 2,000, okay. And some candles have a very heavy delta, 34,000, 38,000, 60,000. So some candles have a very heavy delta and some candles have a very low delta. Okay? So candles with heavy delta have more buying and selling. And where there is more buying and selling, somewhere we can say that more money is invested there. And those things clear the direction, bring a trend where there is big buying and big selling. And secondly, very low buying and very low selling, these are just neutral candles. These are the candles that do not have the potential to move the market. So it would be better to pick large deltas, those with heavy deltas. Okay. So what we are going to do here is pick those candles that have a heavy delta, meaning a heavy delta above 30K. We will look at the order flow of those candles and see where the buying is and where the selling is. In the first candle, we didn't see anything around 30K, right? So Amy, we can skip this part, but there is one thing here. The minimum delta is up to 40,000, which means there was selling in this candle at one point, but then the buyers stepped back in again. And which is the selling zone? It's 40 to 23. Okay. The buying zone is on the super side. Okay. Again, looking at the next candle, the delta is 34. Again, as the delta is above 30, it's on the delta side, the negative side. Which side is the seller's side? The left side. Which side is the buyer's side? The right side. So on the seller's side, the delta is negative, right? So on the seller's side, we look at the place where the most selling occurred, which is the area of 38 and the previous candle's 40, that's sunny. If we mark the zone where the most selling happened, these particular zones will come out in front of us. Okay. And what happened in the next candles? In the third candle, it broke all those zones upwards. Meaning, in the first two candles, what was happening? Selling was occurring, the price was up. Selling was occurring, the price was up. But in the third candle, we saw some light buying, and it was easily held. Selling absorption occurred. In the first two candles, selling happened, but all the selling was absorbed. And in the third candle, we saw decent buying activity. In the next candle, again, there was significant buying, and in the 940 candle, there was also solid buying. Like in this candle, if we see where the buying happened, it happened here. In the second candle, it happened here. In this candle, it happened here. Meaning, what happened? In the first two candles, selling happened, but both sellings were absorbed by this candle, and this candle confirmed that the selling was absorbed. As soon as the selling was absorbed, a sharp buying activity started within the next three candles. So now let's see where the most buying activity started. The most buying occurred at 39, buying at 55, and buying at 33. Meaning that there were two buying attempts, one here and the other here. So which one will be better? The better one will be the one that holds the pullback well with continuous positive delta and no selling anywhere. Like in this candle, buying again, there is no negative side anywhere, continuous buying and holding. Which zone is holding? This one, buying occurred at 55, buying occurred at 33, and buying occurred at 55. This buying zone held well without any selling delta anywhere. In a single candle, there is only selling, that too 2000. Again, the price started to move well. In this candle also there was quite good buying. Again buying, again buying, again buying. Okay, now more buying occurred here than in this buying zone. We mark this in this candle. Again buying occurred. We mark the buying zone of this candle. What we are doing here is looking at the delta. For any candles with a delta above 30, if it's on the negative side, we are looking at which zone had the most selling. Like this 60 buying activity, we are looking at the buyer's side to see where the most buying occurred. We are marking these zones Around 100,000 buyers or more in this candle. So we went to the buyer side and saw where the most buying occurred. Buying at 48, buying at 54, buying at 21. So this is the zone where the maximum buyers were active. So let's see what happened around this zone. Again, another buying attempt occurred. Buying at 86. Pullback happened. Pin-to-pin pullbacks are happening. There is no sign of sellers anywhere. Although there was selling here around 20, but the next candle confirmed that this selling was absorbed here. And on the upside, there was another movement. Another significant buying was observed at 59. Again, held on the pullback, yes, and one movement to the upside. But now look at this. The first selling came, which had a negative delta above 30. And in that selling, this support, this buying was broken. So that means this support zone won't work as effectively now. Again, the one below worked and a pullback was taken. On the upside, the movement broke with a delta of 30, a delta of 40, and continued to break effectively with selling. As soon as it closed, below this support zone was broken, and the next support zones worked. In this way, it closed. So what did we observe in today's Nifty? It was very simple, okay, and provided very solid confirmations over time. What were those solid confirmations? There was selling exhaustion within the first two candles. And after that, buyers came in. And it remained in an uptrend throughout the day. Now within this uptrend, what solid confirmations did we observe? First of all, we observed this selling exhaustion. Then the buyers entered here to the market, and there was also significant selling exhaustion observed here, which is a crucial thing and very important in the trading process, playing a vital role in understanding market dynamics and investor behavior in the financial market, which is essential for making informed decisions and predicting future trends. Secondly, aggressive buyers that entered here during the pullback and held perfectly. This happened right from the buying zone, taking momentum to the upside. Another buying attempt was made which marked the buying zone. The next two candles held, and another upside movement occurred. Another buying activity took place, held well, and resulted in an upside movement. As the upside movement continued, Nifty experienced solid buying here. Solid buying occurred here, perfectly supporting those buying zones, testing on the pullback, and testing on the upside. The order flow provided perfect confirmation, exactly like a pinpoint operation, as this buying zone led to an upside movement. This buying zone saw another buying attempt, and the next two candles your held. One more upside movement and another buying zone was created by the buyers, creating a pullback, and another upside movement, meaning continuation. And whenever there was selling in Nifty, like here, selling came in. Okay, meaning there was also a buying zone here. The pullback's upside movement, and as soon as selling came in, it gave confirmation even during the pullback. What confirmation did it give? That selling is coming in, and as soon as selling is coming in, it is breaking. If selling is not coming in without any selling, it is holding. That is the upside movement. Selling came in here too, it broke. Selling came in here too, but again, aggressive buyers entered well. Okay, it was a solid day for Nifty today, with solid confirmation from order flow that buying happened, support worked. Upside movement, buying happened, support worked. Upside movement, buying happened, again support was created, and a buying zone support was formed. Now let's look at Bank Nifty. In Bank Nifty too, there was solid confirmation from the order flow. Let's see what confirmations were given. Okay. Just like Nifty, selling was observed within the second candle. Okay. Selling of 13K happened, selling of 7K happened. Negative delta. On the selling side, we went to the seller's side to see where the particular selling occurred. These two places are the same. We mark these two places. The downside did not break. Where did it break? On the upside. So that means this selling zone is now broken. Look at the aggressive 15K positive delta. Aggressive buyers entered here, and the buying zone held well on the pullback. Therefore, there's no selling interest. There was an upward movement, and a buying zone was formed, with buying activity observed. This 22K buying zone held again, without any selling interest. Another upward movement, and 26K buying was observed. Neither was the pin held, and there is a slight upward movement now. As soon as this pullback is loved, wherever selling was observed, it is breaking only, where the selling stopped. Above this fourth zone, again an upward movement. Came back, again an upward movement. This was today's Bank Nifty, the analysis of Nifty and Bank Nifty. If you have any questions, unmute and ask.